Welcome aboard the morning switch, Uncle Mark and myself, Ronnie McRex. And like we always say, we love it when we have guests in studio. First things first. Now that the song is being done by a man who names himself after a mineral, diamond platinums. A very selfish man. How do you call yourself platinum?
Yes.
And at the same time call yourself diamond? Very selfish man.
Two expensive minerals.
I'm telling you.
And yet you're not...
I am telling you, it's a very serious issue. But yeah, I also know we'll be talking about, is carbon a mineral? Mark, yes or no?
Pardon?
Is carbon a mineral?
No.
Carbon is not a mineral?
It's not a mineral.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So what if we get to learn that actually carbon is a mineral?
Carbon is a blessing to this country.
Ronnie, where are you?
Ronnie, we are on air.
It's Monday.
Why are you doing such a thing?
To begin on the spotlight, it's Monday.
Today we are discussing very serious things.
I am telling you.
Matters of global importance.
And if you're on the Afro Mobile app, you'll be able to confirm, especially on the visual part of it, we are in company of wonderful guest, Anette Garoza. A pleasure to have you here. Good morning.
Did
I mention the name right? So let me start from there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But I told you.
I think I finished what
I told you.
members. Members. Sometimes you need to be, cute.
Acute.
Yeah, in the things that you do. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the Morning Switch. Welcome to Next Radio.
Thank you so much.
The founder of East Africa Carbon Markets Forum.
Yeah.
The moment we hear carbon, our minds quickly go to things we studied in chemistry.
And please, I want to place this clear that don't call us. We have the person. We have the connections.
Yes.
Whoever wants to do that business of calling us, just listen in to the show and get the detail.
Let's begin by asking.
Yeah.
Quickly, Annette, maybe you could tell us. This whole East Africa Carbon Markets Forum 2025, and for Uganda and the region, and this region we're talking about is East Africa. What's this carbon markets thing? Let's start from there.
You mentioned quite clearly it's the big future for Uganda, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 years ago when we first started last year, actually the first edition of Carbon Markets Forum, the Next Media was one of our strong partners. And also this year we are partnering up. So we are happy to have you on board with us. And that has clearly shown the huge opportunity for developing the natural assets. First of all, cleaning up the air, because we are speaking about the clean air, but secondly, we are speaking also about financial opportunities. So of course, carbon markets brings a lot of social economic growth for East Africa, not only for Uganda, but for region itself. 2 years ago, when we were after coming back from the COP, which is one of the biggest events worldwide for the climate, for carbon markets, we discovered there's a lot of events happening in Kenya. There's a lot of events happening in Rwanda, but there is no international climate change event happening in Uganda. So that was actually our statement that we wanted to have this regional conference happening in Kampala. And for the second year, we made it happen. And we want to showcase, bright minds of this country. First of all, founders, startups who are maybe lacking the investments. We are bringing in the investors. Secondly, also, we want to discuss on a regional basis because we have a policy in place, but maybe we can share, the pros and cons and the learnings among the stakeholders in the region. I think it's very, very important, this knowledge sharing. And I'm happy, that we managed to happen, that this conference is coming up.
Now, from what you mentioned, you seem to kill actually two birds with one stone. Number one, you mentioned it's happening in Kampala, Uganda. I actually was about to ask where it's going to be happening. And then also, secondly, the significance now that you talk about financial possibilities. But do you really think Uganda has also taken center stage in leading the Carbon Markets Forum conversations?
Yeah, so addressing the first one, I thought that, it's very important to bring different stakeholders in Uganda.
Yes.
Because when we are looking at different investments into the climate, there are some obstacles. And actually, this is the not understanding the investment environment. So we can take this platform, which of course speaks about new reality, the green gold, and we can look at it like that. To this position, and we can bring investors, we can bring the service providers, we can make some matchmaking events happen. So maybe this decisions to deploy capital in different areas here will be taken much faster. So that's the first one. Why it's very important to have this conversation here. Together with Afro mobile app, we are also actually reducing the boundaries. So we hope that this content from the conference and the learnings will go on a global scale, and I think that is the most importantly. So for Uganda, for the visibility, it's very important that we bring a lot of stakeholders in Uganda, showcase them the country together with Uganda Investment Authority. We're also organizing different events. We want to showcase them industrial parks, different, country opportunities. And then secondly, using the tools, which is actually already available here, we want to, spread the worldwide. And then for the second one, the financial opportunity, that was a question. Yeah, it's huge. The opportunity is huge, but how to tap it? We need to, close the knowledge gap and close the readiness.
Knowledge is very important because seemingly if you say that the opportunity is huge, but yet we are just beginning to tap into it, the question is, why haven't we been able to tap into it? Probably because our people do not have the knowledge, the technical know-how, to know which opportunities to tap into so they can be able. Because Uganda is a blessed country. Let's agree. It's a blessed country. So having to realize where to have all hands on deck so we can have our execution is yet another issue. But maybe quickly before Mark comes in with a question, I have also known about the climate change mechanism regulations. And for the year 2025, do you think there's going to be any impact that you would expect, especially locally here in Uganda for the carbon project?
I think it will be a huge impact because a lot of project developers were waiting for the regulations, to be passed. So regarding this, the thing what you also mentioned before, like, are we ready for it? I think we are absolutely ready. We have the right people with the right technical skills in different institutions. Problem probably was that, the things took too much time. And then maybe this time was, costing us a lot. Maybe that's the one thing what I can say. But for the second hand, we maybe take things slowly, but then we do it good. I think the most important part is that we need to, I think, I want to wish all the institutions to cooperate and, work together, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Water and Environment, to make this happen, because on a national level, these institutions need to work together. We also need to take care of the, investment angle in this one, because of course we also want to promote the local carbon market players, that they can grow their business locally, Ugandans. And then for the ones who wants to come and invest, we also need to take care of this, climate investment desk in, I don't know, it could be the Uganda Investment Authority or something like that. So it needs to be cooperation.
So it needs to be different hands all working together, Mark.
Then, of course, to a common man down there, when they listen to such an interview, they keep wondering, am I part of this interview? I mean, we're talking about businessmen, we're talking about media teams, we're talking about the whole some 360 set of the economy, including the different kinds of people. Who are the stakeholders? Because someone may hear such a conversation and they're like, no, I think this is a government project. Or it's really...
or it does not affect me in any way, but
yes.
We know it affects everybody.
So we need to know, who do you expect to see part of this front into this battle and this win?
Yeah.
Who should we expect? Who should know and be part of such a move?
Yeah, and that's actually incredible question, because at this point, everything new scares us, right? Yes. And we are talking about a market which is not there yet, operational on a huge amount. So meaning we need to have a very good open leadership to create a market from the governmental level. But actually the market players, the ones who are building is the people on the ground, the coffee farmers, the people who take care of the maize, who, the foresters planting the trees. So we have different stakeholders, and they need to be, created awareness programs that everyone is involved. And actually the ones who make it really happen is not the person in the government, but the actual person on
the ground.
They need to benefit from this.
Wow.
So we need to make sure.
I know that we are on a journey, of course, as we gear towards the crown that we see right ahead of us. But in every journey, there's always challenges. What do you think have been the biggest challenges you have experienced?
I think investment, money. Like money is the
Money is the talk everywhere.
every time. If you want to create awareness, if you want to spread the word, honestly speaking, also that costs us money. So we need to figure out how to work together. Can we tap somewhere else, into some international funding to make it happen here? So I think when we are talking about these things in a forum, that's already a step forward. So we actually took willingly all together, together with Carbon Markets Association, Next Media, the forum itself, Uganda Investment Authority. We already created the ground so people can come here, and maybe some decisions or the movement will happen. So I think it starts with us, with the willingness.
Must be someone right now who is feeling energized about the same, but they're wondering the East Africa Carbon Markets Forum for the year 2025. When is it happening?
When is it? Where is it?
It's 8 and 9 of May this year in Mestil. I must admit that registration is already closed. We were hugely oversubscribed. So if you didn't get the chance to register, please follow us on socials. There will be definitely the next edition next year, but we are opening. We are very open. You will see us in Afro Mobile and also in different channels. So the information will be there out. You'll be able to follow us.
Now, if in case you did not subscribe, guys, you'll be able to catch up at least on some of the platforms, Afro Mobile being one of them. Don't miss out on the same. In case you had any questions, if someone is following and probably they have any questions, will they be able to maybe ask questions? Can they follow you on social media?
Yes.
Responses?
Yes, we are very open and very active on social media. LinkedIn, X is the two platforms that we can, use to ask us questions. Just tag us in your ask and we will take care of this.
Thank you very much. Anette Garoza right there. She's the founder of East Africa Carbon Markets Forum. 8th to 9th of May here in Kampala, Mestil Hotel. That's going down. Let's keep the conversations going. And you never know. Please do remember, now we have learned and we know that it's not just about government, business owners. It's about even you.
Yes. This is
that
for everyone.
Farmer right down there.
Yeah.
It is for all of us. All right?
The businessmen, the tree planters, I mentioned but a few.
It makes a lot of sense. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, Annette. Thank you very much. And we'll be looking forward. I think for the next one, Mark and myself should be able to also subscribe much earlier.
Yeah.
So we can, be a part of the conversations.
So what we do for guests on such a show, every morning when we have an awesome guest, especially when they are about environment, global change, we have breakfast for you.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, today we are fasting.
Yeah, today we are fasting, but when you ever get time.
By the way, I'm fasting too.
Yeah. That's food for thought now.
I'm telling you. But we're going to ask you, Annette. One of our very own, one of us is actually not on the show this morning. She got some issues. But we also know that today happens to be the day when the mom pushed her.
Yes. Today is her birthday.
It's her birthday. So we're going to request that you give us that birthday message for Victoria Sibia.
Oh, it's the great pleasure, because first when I met Victoria, her energy just, took over the room. Absolutely great human being. So Victoria, have a happy birthday. Enjoy this day. And I hope to see you soon.
Happy birthday, Victoria Sibia.